So a 1st and 10 as the Buccaneer offense gets ready to go. Jameis now on 1st down. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's got some space here. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston. And Winston lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good. Just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next one.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back.
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. Up next, you need to prevent too many total yards allowed. Refer to the challenge goals to see your exact goal amounts. But you must complete this challenge on the first drive.
And the offense readies for a first down and 10. This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Jameis to throw it. And Winston lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table.
There ain't no time, this playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch 'cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating 'cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you know I'm icy in Vegas. This for the that haters. I make a lot of new money. When the not saving shit, you be liking my flavor. I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cause I never switch, I never switch, I never switch.
Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then he with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Hello, and welcome into this Madden Ultimate Team Showdown. I'm your host, the Coach. You'll need to throw for 150-plus passing yards in order to win this challenge. You'll need to pull this off, however, without throwing the ball more than 10 times.
First down, here's Aikman. And he will find T.O. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 22. Now Aikman looking to throw. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Looking to pass. Aikman on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Terrell Owens, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Aikman. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. Continuing to fight for more. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catch. He'll get all the credit, but how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing.
The offense for the Cowboys getting set to go on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Aikman. This one caught by Terrell Owens. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrell Owens, an even 90 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 27. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Room here to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 73 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Here we go. Here we go.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
23 yards, the final tally. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Aikman. Over the middle, that's caught by T.O. Oh, now he bowls him over. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. To throw is Aikman. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Now it's Aikman. And this one's incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, taking a step back for a second. Let's look at the undefeated teams still left in the NFL. We got New England, KC, they're 4-0. And then San Fran, they were open last week. They didn't have a game, so they're still at 3-0. We only have 3 teams left.
And they had the easiest path, not just because they had the open week, but how about New England getting challenged by Buffalo? Yes, they were on the road, but you don't often think of Buffalo as a team to really press New England. They did. And Kansas City, they got a heck of a test in Detroit. Had to score with 20 seconds left on the clock to win that game. So both of them remained undefeated, but not without struggles.
That's the interesting thing about Buffalo. I think we learned more about them in their 1 loss this year than we have in their 3 victories.
I think we would say the same thing about Kansas City because of how they got pressed, but we'd also say the same thing about Detroit, how they played Kansas City in that game.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And, oh, my goodness, what a catch at the 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of... And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Here's Aikman setting to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Owens. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Over the middle, complete. It's Owens. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrell Owens. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. And the Lions are able to cover this one up.
Let's go, baby.
So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is a big-armed guy who's learned how to temper some of his throws. Actually has added a lot more touch and accuracy as his career has gone along. Big-time confidence in his arm, though. Any throw you want, he can make it.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Like 50.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, 41 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really...
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment, because you know there's always another challenge.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another ultimate challenge on EA Sports. You'll need to throw for 150-plus passing yards in order to win this challenge. You'll need to pull this off, however, without throwing the ball more than 10 times. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
Okay, Coach, we get this challenge started in the first quarter with less than 4 minutes left on the clock. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0, but you're just across midfield as we get set here, 1st and 10. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Throw right side, caught by T.O. Touchdown, Cowboys! Terrell Owens, 47 yards, as his guys are able to strike first. Here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is a big-arm guy who's learned how to temper some of his throws. Actually has added a lot more touch and accuracy as his career has gone along. Big-time confidence in his arm, though. Any throw you want, he can make it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The formula so far, pass the football. All 5 plays through the air to this point. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now Aikman on first down. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just... They've got his man complete! And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. Aikman will throw. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Being chased out left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. And that'll just about do it for us in this one. You've notched another win, and the next challenge awaits. The offense for the Cowboys getting set to go on 1st and 10. Now Aikman. And he'll get this one complete to T.O. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Owens. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got... And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time. Back to throw now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrell Owens, 65 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Stafford, and this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, here's Stafford. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. C.J. Anderson, 38 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll look to throw here. And he will find T.O. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Congratulations on yet another victory. And you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. First down, here's Aikman. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. Back to throw now in his own end zone. We've seen a couple of... He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrell Owens, 98 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. Complete to Jones. 30. 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, 72 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
kills.
Speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, and the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Christian Jones able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Ready? 30 base. Oh, yeah. Here we go again.
Now Aikman looking to throw. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that is incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And he's got a man. It's T.O. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins.
Rick Rock. Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. This team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. You'll need to throw for 150-plus passing yards in order to win this challenge. You'll need to pull this off, however, without throwing the ball more than 10 times.
Looking to pass. Aikman on first down. This one caught by Terrell Owens. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrell Owens, an even 90 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is a big-arm guy who's learned how to temper some of his throws. Actually has added a lot more touch and accuracy as his career has gone along. Big-time confidence in his arm, though. Any throw you want.
Marvin Jones! And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 41 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my. Hold it in. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten. 48 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
It's never any fun, Brandon, when you're the defensive team and the first drive of the game, you give up a touchdown. The key is not to get down. Make those adjustments and come back for your next series with the intent of shutting them down.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Detroit's offense, they worked their way back out here, and it gives me a chance to just ask you what you saw from them in last week's game. We touched on it a bit earlier, but you were in the booth for their loss to Kansas City. And now look at him go. The 30, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, 77 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed? Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go now. 15, 5.
On 1st and 10, it's Aikman. Over the middle, that's caught by T.O. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course. A good pickup there, a 22.
Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told no risk. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause I on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, you never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crap.
Hey, folks, I'm your host, the coach. It's game time. It's Ultimate Team. It doesn't get any better than this. Well, you've got an uphill battle in this one, trailing big time. Can you pull off the epic comeback and get the win? You must complete this challenge before this quarter comes to a close.
The Patriot offense set to go as they've got it 1st and 10.
To finish this out, here's Brandon.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
We got it.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes. To go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to... gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Brady. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So now the Cowboys down 20-13, a little under 2.5 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Paddock. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Petty now. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack. He's back to throw.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
He'll look to throw.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, You have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, now I think. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Deron Harmon right there on the coverage. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. They go right back to White here on 1st down. White's got a 1st down and more. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. To the Patriots. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Caught by the tight end, Watson.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Brady gives this to White. Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. The Patriot offense set to go as they've got it 1st and 10. Brady now on 1st down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Demary. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Now White. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. Brady now on 1st down. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Brady's throw there complete. Demaryius Thomas, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Demaryius Thomas. The Patriot offense set to go as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go, G. It's just me and you.
Brady deferring to White on the draw. Now White lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
23 yards on the play. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Dietrich Wise Jr. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Brady's saying, let's go, as he'll hustle him to the line. After the sack on 1st down, Brady able to get this to Gordon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On play action, now Brady. Open man is Gordon, complete.
And when you're playing a quarter...
And all the way in, touchdown, New England. Josh Gordon, 60 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. A little juke. He gets away from one. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll look to throw here. That escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. Well, you came up short in this one, but no. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Regular.
Going on the ground, it's White. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Brady now to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. throwing now is Brady. Safarian Jenkins has it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. First down, here's White, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Opting to run again here with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Right there. Dead, baby.
And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. Here's White. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Brady to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of...